say when. Good morning, everyone. Along with Jason Toy from the streets, and beside me, Terry Hapney. I'm J.B. Miller, and this is our 25th year of bringing you live coverage from the 155th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade. In years past, we have always told you it is great weather. Today, a little on the overcast side, but still a good day for a parade.
It really is. We're going to witness the salute, followed by taps. And the color guard from VFW Post 8850 and the parade bugler, the gunnery salute, also VFW Post 8850. The weather actually couldn't be any more perfect. It's just right. The temperature's just right, and having a little chilly this morning.
Although I might add that we were asked as we arrived this morning if we would like a fan, and I would like to say that I did decline. I declined an
offer. In years past, we needed a bunch of fans.
Yes, we did.
But not this year.
So we declined the fan. Jason Toy, welcome aboard again
it's good to be here. Good to be here. No, you talk about the weather. This is actually probably one of the cooler ones that we've been to here in a handful of years. A little overcast, but it's not raining. Yeah. The streets are dry. And I were talking before this, and we were talking when we got here that this crowd, even you're always concerned when it's cloudy or been raining how the crowd turnout's going to be.
Yeah.
I think we've got a bigger crowd this year than what we had last year. We had perfect weather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very true.
Yep, we're a little on the cloudy side. Yesterday, let's face it, was a darn washout. I mean, any Saturday event yesterday, including St. Joe's Charity Fair, I think they closed up shop early yesterday and brought everything in because of rain. But apparently, they're coming back today and hoping the folks are extra hungry so they can eat the food from today and yesterday, as a matter of fact. So,
and unfortunately, we might have a little bit of that rain back later on this afternoon, so hopefully we can get things done. I know at least for right now we're going to be good here for a while today.
Yeah.
I know in the 25 years we've been a part of this, the broadcast and the stream, we have had a little sprinkle or two, but nothing major at all.
Yeah. As far as weather, I won't lie to you by telling you that I did send a text to Terry and said, "What are you wearing?" And I was debating on long pants, and Terry's like, "Oh, no, I'm wearing shorts." It's like, okay. So I thought, well, if Terry's wearing shorts, I'm wearing shorts.
It'll be 78 later, so we'll be glad.
My knees are knocking at the moment.
The riderless horse is in the shot at the moment. The handler, Leslie R. Bold, and the horse's name is Rosie. And that follows up with the Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day banner and the First Division banner. This is the Russell Long Honorary Division. Brent Piles and Rich Donahue are the division commanders. And we're going to break for a quick message from our sponsor.
For over 100 years, Rotary members have taken action when challenges arise. We know what people can do when they come together and put others before themselves.
The team lead said they will continue the campaign to fight against the coronavirus.
Local Rotary clubs deliver food and supplies to people in need.
Strangers become friends, helping hands multiply, and problems turn into solutions. We are Rotary. We are people of action. Learn more at rotary.org/action.
And we want to thank them for their sponsorship.
We are certainly underway. We're rolling into our first division now, the 155th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade. And just when you think that you're going to get, and actually that's never happened, but you're going to get rained out, It is amazing that every time the parade happens, weather gets better.
That's exactly right.
But I know probably in the 155 years we've been doing this parade here.
You haven't.
I haven't been. You may have been. I mean, you've been around since Marconi invented radio. But no, I bet you never had to say snow for the parade, have you?
That's true.
Never have had to say snow?
That's very true.
Usually once we hit May, we're pretty safe. Usually, you know.
But you know
April on occasion.
But you know, we've seen snow fall in May. So.
It has. So the Grand Marshal this year is Joe Sharp, and we just saw the past Grand Marshals, Marcia and Sue, both waving at us.
And we saw him riding in with our good buddy Dean Robinson and his military Jeep replica that he has, and he tweaks and cleans that thing up all year long just for this parade.
Parade commander this year is Ron Thomas. The honorary Grand Marshal is Mr. Sheridan, a Navy veteran. Louis. Parents William Riley Sheridan, Susan Ella Sheridan, too, as well as sisters Shannon, Lydia, children Sydney, Tommy, Sophia. Louis was a graduate of Ironton High School 1990, Urbana University 94. The graduate Ohio Fire Academy 97. In the U.S. military from 1990 to 1993. So the honorary Grand Marshal Louis Sheridan.
I'll reach Steve. JB, we good? We'll talk to Mayor Cramlett?
We're good.
All right. It's not the Chamber of Commerce day, but it's still a pretty darn good-looking day out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thrilled that the weather's held off. It's a little cooler, which makes it a little nicer. We're not all getting scorched today. Thrilled about the turnout. Very excited to see our new fire truck displayed here in the Memorial Day Parade. And yeah, excited to get through and see everyone.
I'll tell you what, we're talking here, even with the weather looking like this, it's probably a bigger crowd than what we had last year.
Absolutely. It just keeps on growing. I've noticed all weekend long the amount of traffic going through town.
Mayor, we appreciate it as always. We'll have some fun here today.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Happy Memorial Day.
Mayor Cramlett here with it. You know, he actually caught me by surprise, looked up and did a double take because he wasn't supposed to come to later on, but he jumped on a little bit earlier here with us today. So.
And here you have the sound of Ironton's own, the $1 Million Marching Band, has a 97-year tradition of representing its school and community at performances across the East Coast.
I'll turn the mic on so you get a little audio. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave that turned on so you get some audio of the bands. JB, did you perform in the band?
Well, I was in the band.
You were in the band?
I was in the band, but I wouldn't say I performed.
What did you do? Did you fake play?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah. I held it, actually it was junior high. It wasn't a high school band. It was the Ironton Junior High Warrior Marching Band.
The $1 Million Marching Band has performed at the Peach, Liberty, and Gator Bowls, the NFL Kickoff Classic, parades in Philadelphia and Chicago, performances for several U.S. presidents and governors of Ohio and Kentucky, as well as special performance on the flight deck of the aircraft carrier USS Intrepid. That was in New York City.
Yeah, and from 88 to 2005, they made 12 appearances at the State Marching Band finals.
Band directors are Dick Basham and Will Smith. Guard advisors Valerie Freeman and David Markins. Drum majors Sarah McCarty, Sandra Knorr, and Maddox Perry. Of course, we also want to make mention of the Ironton High School varsity cheerleaders and the Ironton Middle School cheerleaders.
Yeah, also the past Grand Marshal float.
Yep.
That is coming up on us here in a moment.
You know, the thing I always think is really cool when the bands go by, because school has let out. So basically school is done for the year.
Yep.
You have the graduates that just went through graduation still doing the performance. That's how big this parade is for this area and this region, and to be a part of, to see them out there continuing to do that.
My father always told me, and this would have been going back in, I guess, to the 40s, I guess, but in order to get your diploma, you had to march in the parade at the time.
Really?
Yeah, like when you graduated,
Yeah.
if you were in the band, in order to get your diploma, you had to actually show up for the parade.
That's what we do with you on paychecks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually have to show up.
Here we have the Sims Valley Veterans Honor Guard from Aid, Ohio. The VFW Post 8850 Ladies Auxiliary participating in the Military Order of Purple Hearts.
Good looking ride.
Chapter 765. The DAV HP Doc Riley, Chapter 51. Sims Valley Veterans on the float there. U.S. Corps of Engineers, Yatesville. The Marine Corps League. Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 949 participating. And Retired Navy. Out of Huntington. And that was pretty quick. First division concludes.
Always remember when you're marching in the parade to always wear good shoes.
Yes.
Because you've got several miles to walk. And
You do?
I have already seen this morning someone who is apparently selling beverages from a cooler.
Oh.
And they were here in their pajama bottoms and house shoes.
Okay. They must have made a trip to Walmart before they came here.
I'm
I
not
would say.
thinking house shoes is the way to go in walking the parade route this year.
The second division is underway, the Joe Williams Honorary Division. Chris Donahue, Laura Brown are the division commanders. We're going to take a quick moment and hear from our sponsor.
When people ask us who we are, we tell them we're problem solvers, opportunity creators, and change makers. We are Rotary. Around the world, our network of 1.4 million neighbors, friends, and leaders volunteer their skills and resources to solve issues and address community needs. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
Of the family of Joe Williams participating, the Battery L 1st Ohio Light Artillery.
I love the old vintage uniforms here. I think these are awesome. The whole the full flight gear too as well. I think that's really cool. Look at how. I'll borrow the camera here for 1 sec. Can I borrow this for 1 sec? Can I borrow this for 1 second?
Looks like something you'd see out of a movie.
Just going to show, if you can get a view of that. Look at the full flight garb right there, parachutes and everything. That's pretty cool. But that's what's really cool about all that. That's think about how small that parachute is that they used to get.
Yeah.
JB, could that hold you, that parachute?
I don't think so.
Well, I did jump from an airplane once many years ago on Leap Day, and they actually sent me out of the plane in a cargo chute. So it would have been the. So
you went out in the cargo, back end?
What does that say about me if they thought, well, for safety's sake, we better give you a cargo?
When you jumped, was it tandem or were you solo?
I was solo.
You
I was
solo?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was on a very snowy day in like February, right before Marshall was going to the tournament.
Yeah.
And I landed into the field and did what I was supposed to do, and then a big wind picked up the chute and dragged me across the field for about a mile.
We want to thank the airborne reenactors
on
from
moving.
World War II
Thank you, brother.
for their participation.
Appreciate it.
You got to like what they're tossing out. Look at the Army men in there.
Family of Master Sergeant Michael A. Riggle, the vehicle in the shot, followed by family of Bill Kearns, Raymond Lucas, band of brothers also in the parade. The 155th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade.
Got him. Already got him.
And we are certainly glad to be here in downtown Ironton. It's a great day for a parade.
Sure is.
The weather is just right.
You're not going to get a sunburn this year?
No, you're not.
Seeing all kinds of people that I haven't seen since last year, which is what this is. This is Ironton's family reunion, where everybody comes out to be a part.
Here we have the band of brothers, James Jackson. Lots and lots of children, really excited. The candy coming from the floats and the vehicles.
You know, as we see the band of brothers go by and the whole family, and I know you guys being from here, I'm a transplant here, but it's a multi-generational deal. I mean, that's the thing we're just looking at here when the Jackson family went by here was all the generations that served and the younger generation that is here that is continuing on. So that's a neat thing. I mean, that's what makes this even more special.
Passing it down from generation to generation. Yeah. That's what's kept this going all these years.
You know, when you hear in today's world and whatsoever, it's great to see that generation still embraces, the new generations embrace this
Very
here.
true, very true.
The parade theme this year, again, is Honored Service.
My friend Brittany.
And we're certainly honoring the service of all the military personnel from all the branches who, while defending our country here and abroad, gave that ultimate sacrifice so that we could enjoy Memorial Day with our families and our friends. Our annual gathering of friends.
Annual gathering of friends.
And as we get more and more
How you doing,
folks,
Brittany? Excellent. You got anybody in there?
Point.
Cool.
From Russell. Veterans in there, James Crabtree, Jack Waller, Ken Baldridge, John Petty, and others.
Morning Point and the Lantern in Russell, Kentucky.
Russell, yeah. Sanctuary of the Ohio Valley.
William Lambert Military Museum and Archive here in Ironton.
I think this has been the best year as far as military attire that people are wearing from the past conflicts and wars.
Well, at 90
really
degrees,
nice.
a 90, hey.
I like that bicycle.
What makes it better, like you were getting ready to say, JB, it's not 90 degrees out here, so you can get by wearing it today.
Absolutely. I was thinking I was going to ask if I could borrow their jacket.
Arthur Pearson's a past Grand Marshal. He just went past the camera there a moment ago.
Yep, always.
And the Herschel Woody Williams Medical Center coming in the shot behind the SUV. Lee Greenwood, we'll hear him a time or two in addition to that.
Yeah, between that and Bruce Springsteen. If you'll recall, a few years ago, there was a problem with our broadcast because the audio had left. And what basically happens there is if anyone, of course, in the parade route is playing copyrighted music, which that would be, then Facebook immediately hears that and drops it out because they didn't pay the rights. So that's what happens.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
So my daughter's already asked if I bring candy to her, so I've got a Smarties.
Right now you got 3 Smarties and 3 Army men, so and some stickers.
I think the Army men's the coolest part, though. That's pretty neat.
That's for sure. You were talking about Bruce Springsteen. Did you see where he fell on stage the other day?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Did he break a hip or anything? Or?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think he's all right.
He did the usual, I'm embarrassed, I'll lay on my back and let somebody pick me up.
He sang I'm on fire or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, boy. This is apparently a song I wasn't familiar with.
Are you going to dance?
Well, pretty well trapped into our booth right now.
We can do the cabbage patch. All 3 of us could do that in unison.
Yeah, that would work.
Little CCR for you?
River Run Healthcare of Cold Grove, participating in the 155th.
I'm suspecting by the end of the parade, the driver of that vehicle will know all the words to that song. On repeat.
Well, he'd be like us in broadcasting. You just won't be able to hear anything afterwards.
Yeah. Wearing headphones all my life, my favorite word now is, Yeah.
We have some folks from the family of Carl Malone and Gene Forth, and family of Charles Meadows. Also Carol Stamper.
Nice little Chevy Bel Air right there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful. 1955 Bel Air.
Think of all the shining that was done to get it here, and then all the rain yesterday. So.
Kept it under the cover all night.
Yep.
That puts a cap on the second division already.
Rolling through, heading for division number 3, and we'll come back to grab that right after a quick message from our sponsor, the Rotary.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and solve problems, turning great ideas into reality. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
And the third division, Lou Piles is the division commander. Of course, Lou and Brent integral in the parade committee and the current generation of folks keeping this 155th parade going.
And doing an excellent job, even with all of the other things they got going on in their life. I understand Brett has had some health issues and trying to deal with that and the parade as well. Just saw Brett go by, in fact, a few minutes ago with the golf cart. So this year he's riding instead of walking. But good to see Brett out today. And, of course, I'm sure we'll see Lou here in a moment as well.
We also want to thank the Boy Scouts of America Troop 106 for all the work they do in the parade. And we want to thank Hank Bond of the Green Up Beacon for mirroring the live stream.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what I always love too when we do the stream is the folks that tune in and dropping us messages, letting us know where they're listening and watching from here across the country and around the world.
And we'd like to encourage that today. If you're watching and where you're watching from, we'd love to hear from you.
And here we have the Grand Marshal Award winner, Jason.
Yeah, we got this one here in the Division 3, the Bethesda Service, LLC. Big thanks to them. Got
Very nice.
Yeah, by the way, the Grand Marshal float in the second division there, the SOMC folks, thanks to them. And also the Fraternal Order of Eagles, the best theme float there in the first division.
And we're going to hear from the Rock Hill High School Marching Band.
By the way, Mark and his lovely wife Beth watching us from Florida today.
All right.
The Snyder family.
Hi, Coach.
We have folks from Dallas, Georgia, and South Dakota watching. So shout out to Jenny and Chris. Rock Hill's percussion sounding awesome. My feet are marching in step right now. The Rock Hill cheerleaders, a part of this year's parade.
But I only see one.
Well, kind of leading the pack. The others are.
I got you.
So you have the grad and then the rest supporting.
I got you. It's all coming back to me now.
Have folks watching from Cincinnati, Tennessee.
Got a lot of North Carolina going on today. Thank you for watching.
And our friend Rick Maney, the Ironton High School class of 73, is watching.
Oh, Lou? The best Lou Holtz impersonator I've ever heard.
Let's hear it for the Rock Hill cheerleaders.
There you go.
Could you have done that? Could you have done that cheer?
You know, I might have been able to do it once, but I don't think I could do it through the whole parade.
Yeah, every division.
This is the workout.
Every several blocks you got to knock that out. By the way, speaking of Rick Maney, I believe he was just in town for the Roaring Rhinos reunion.
Oh, yeah.
They played a little baseball over the weekend. So
Did he pull anything, I wonder?
Could have. Only thing I noticed about the picture of the Roaring Rhinos was the fact that Clint McElroy was in that picture, and Clint has more hair than all of them.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing to reach a certain age, you start losing your hair. In this case, I think he has actually gained hair. So, pretty amazing.
Here are the Rock Hill JV cheerleaders.
Followed up by the middle school cheerleaders coming up.
Hi to Jim Cribble, watching today. Hi, Jim.
I agree, Jason. This is a huge crowd.
Yeah, and behind you guys and out of camera range, when you look all the way down, it is just wall-to-wall people. And over on the back side of things, on the back end of the parade, now when you get through the neighborhood, when we drove through there coming in, they were lined up 4 or 5 deep over there too. So it's a great turnout.
On the road is Jason Toy, doing a fine job so far.
Thank you, appreciate it. I'm
JB Miller, and this is Terry Hapney. And for Terry and I, it's our 25th year of broadcasting this parade. We're up to 155. If your math is good, what number were we when we started?
So take 25 away from that. I'll leave that to you.
Oh.
George R. Patterson vehicle in the parade. George Patterson integral.
I didn't get an answer to that math
I don't
question.
teach math, so.
Well, 130, right?
That's out of my area of expertise. So. Yeah, it'll be 130.
130, and we were at an entirely different location.
We were journalism majors. We didn't do anything with math,
That's
right?
exactly right.
I never was a...
Hey, I have students to this day I advise, I'm majoring in journalism because I hate math. So, what they don't realize is they're going to have to cover budgets for cities and counties, and so, math's important.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, how are you, sir?
Brigham Anderson, Lawrence County Prosecuting Attorney, Jason Stevens, participating in the parade.
Yeah, we got all of them here. Tressa Baker, the Lawrence County Treasurer, the Common Pleas judges, Andy Ballard, and Kristen Findlay.
Got to keep moving, though. That's
Patricia Sanders.
The parade is rolling.
All the other office holders.
If you stop to chit-chat, you find yourself in a chit-chat mode. Then you're going to be about 2 divisions behind.
Slow everything up, right?
Then you got to start running.
And we got our wave from Lee. We get an annual wave from Lee.
Yep. Lee Staley is here. Good to see you, Lee.
He's an old radio guy, isn't he?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Big fan of all radio.
Yeah.
Judge Sanders' crew making their way down. It's the probate and juvenile court there, JB. In your time in Ironton, did you ever have to go to the juvenile court? No comment?
Yeah,
silent, didn't he, Terry?
For being such a charlatan, for not playing his instrument, he probably had to go to court, I would imagine.
Oh, boy.
I was surprised he didn't say it. He didn't defend himself, saying he never had been to the juvenile court.
Is your band director still around? I bet he is just aghast that you never played a note. He poured so much heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears into you.
Right.
He got nothing in return.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Hey, Kelly.
Deanna Holliday, one of the county commissioners.
Yeah. Deanna Holliday. She around? Where's Deanna? I haven't seen her. Oh, there she is. She's right there in the back. I got to work on my candy catching skills.
Let's see what you're doing there, Jason. You're starting to collect all the candy for yourself. Yeah. You always know when it's parade time because there's long lines at Sam's for the candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of Sam's Club double
for
boxes.
We want to thank the 2023 Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade contributors, A Touch of Grace, Anderson Attorneys, Awards Plus, Best Title Agency, the Boy Scouts, Troop 106, Buckeye Monument Company.
Yeah, also Central Hardware, City of Ironton, of course, Mayor Sam Cramblett, who we saw earlier this morning. Didn't recognize him, actually. He's riding on the top of the fire truck. City of Ironton employees, Charlie and Danita Cook, the Cooperative Club of Ironton. Also the Cooper family, who I grew up as having as neighbors for many, many, many years. Wonderful people.
And this is the division that most of the children really enjoy because they get to see.
You. How are you, sir?
They get to see the Ohio State Highway Patrol, the Hanging Rock Police Department, South Point, Cold Grove, Proctorville, Chesapeake Police Departments participating this year, Kentucky State Police, Cabell County Sheriff's Department, Ashland, Russell Police Departments, Boyd County Sheriff's Department, Boyd County 911, the Greenup County Police Department.
Flatwoods, Kentucky, their vehicle is here today. Also Patriot Ambulance and the U.S. Forest Service. That means Smokey Bear is coming into our view
Orange
here
County EMS too.
Very, very soon.
So in loving memory of Deputy Boyd Blake.
It's always and always tip of the cap to the folks of the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department. You know, Chief Lawless, everybody there, they all do a great job in taking care of us and getting folks, along with the City of Ironton Police Department, getting folks in and out of here in a safe, orderly manner when we do this.
And
it's a big undertaking, I'll tell you.
As you were talking for this year's parade, the 155th, this is the year that construction finally began on what is referred to as the roundabout.
Yes.
And that has eliminated the downtown Ironton exit.
Yes, for right now.
And with the elimination of the downtown Ironton exit, all of these vehicles that are in the parade and all of these people who are watching the parade obviously had to find another route.
Yes.
Which would have, I guess, been the 141 exit or the Cold Grove exit.
Exactly.
And obviously that has been a difficult issue.
We have folks watching from Florida and South Carolina at the moment.
A little bit of an adjustment for folks traffic-wise, but I think folks getting everything taken care of here, getting their way around.
These folks who are watching from far away are remembering their days when they were young, living in Ironton, and these vehicles were behind them. with their flashing lights.
With those flashing lights, right?
Obviously, they're in Florida now, but they're going, oh, wait a minute, I remember that day.
Yeah, that $150 ticket. That, I don't know what's the going rate. I shouldn't say this, but I haven't had one in a while.
I totally agree. Could you ask, what is the going rate? I'm sure he could tell you.
That might be a deterrent, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the going rate for speeding on 52 now? About 10?
He get you for 10 over is what he said. He didn't give us a price.
Oh, that's nice information to know, isn't it?
How you doing, bub?
There you go.
Jason got that from the horse's mouth. We know the secret now.
Keep it below 9.
Here I've been keeping it about 5 above. You know, I've been set the cruise and. Yeah.
You know, it's funny about speaking of cruise control. You realize that every car I think I've ever owned has cruise control, and I don't use it.
Oh, I use it all the time.
I love mine.
It keeps me from speeding. It does.
I never find myself in a situation where I need cruise.
That's the first thing I said.
Because as soon as you set the cruise, you run up on the rear end of somebody.
Yeah, but my new car has that radar built into it, and it slows you down.
Slows you down automatically.
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Well, you fancy people, you.
Hey, I'm just happy to get the news this week. They're going to keep AM radio in cars.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Here comes Lou. We'll get a chance to talk with Lou here in a minute.
Oh, great. Very good. Wonderful lady.
Wonderful lady, but the issue has always been that she stays so busy and we stay so busy, we only chat once a year. Kind of like you and I, Terry.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Although we do throw a lot of text messages back and forth.
We sure do. If we went back and checked our text messages, I bet we got 1,000.
I bet we do, too.
Yeah. And some funnier than others.
I always have to get my neck hug here from Lou
Yeah,
Pyle.
I don't blame you there.
Hey, Lou.
Hello, Lou. Come on over here. I always say that I have to get my neck hug from you, as always. How you doing? You doing all right?
Yeah.
Yeah? I know it was a challenge here this time, but you guys got it all together.
Yeah.
I think you have a bigger crowd than what you had last year.
Yes, we do. We have like 271 entries, and, each one has a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
So, the bands and everything. But it's going well. I'm glad,
How special is this day for you in the family?
I love it.
Yeah.
Just, my dad was a veteran, and everything, and served in World War II, received a Purple Heart. And Brent and I've been in it a lot of years.
Yeah.
Got Brent involved, and, it's a great day.
Well, we thank you for all you do with it. I know it's a ton of work, and you got a ton of volunteers. You have to thank them too, right?
Yes, it's a whole committee, and I enjoy it. I love it. When I hear taps, Division I pulls out, it's all worth it. It's just a great day. People need to always thank their veterans, not just on this day, but every day we live for the freedom we live in.
Folks, if you see Lou along the route, you got to give her a big old hug and thank her for it. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate you as always. Yeah, it is tireless work. I mean, she does a ton of work with this. Her and talked about her husband and Brent too, and like JB, you talked about health-wise, hadn't been the greatest for him here lately, but you know what? They're here today. They're here today.
We want to continue to remember him in prayer for sure, and her too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because she's been helping out with her husband, but also still getting everything done here and making it seamless for us, which is fantastic.
She mentioned the volunteers, and we have a lengthy list of contributors. David Lucas Communication, of course, Desco Federal Credit Union, Lori and Richie Donahue, Glockner Enterprises. Look at
me. Look at that. Your name.
Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade Committee that Lou mentioned there a moment ago. A lot of folks, again, working very hard.
Yep.
Ironton Lions Club.
I know the Ironton Tribune is a part today as well, helping out, of course, giving folks the rundown of what's going on with the parade. And, of course, they just moved in their new facility not that long ago.
I didn't know that.
They're in the old Masonic building, just a few blocks away. As a matter of fact, how times change. And they are, when I was growing up, the building that they were in, I think has been a bank. But when I was growing up, it was called The Leader, and it was a women's clothing store.
Real quick, I just wanted to mention
very nice. Look at this.
As they make their way out of your camera shot there. This is our 3rd Division Parade Commanders float, the Bethesda service. Folks, they did a fantastic job here in honoring those veterans here. And a good job by Bethesda. All right, JB, you have to coach these people a little bit when it comes to candy tossing. If they throw it all out early, it's going to be slim pickings on the back end,
folks
right?
On the other end are going to be very upset.
Got to teach these kids not to do the whole handfuls every time, right?
Yeah, and you have to throw it far, because if you don't throw it far enough, then the vehicle behind it runs over it, and then you've lost the entire piece of candy.
That's true. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Here's the past Grand Marshal Award winner, Jason.
Yes, past Grand Marshal Award winner, making their way through Sims Creek Restoration Center. Big thanks to them. And they went old school on the rotating sign on the back of the thing. For folks, you couldn't tell, is there's folks sitting on either side, a couple of Boy Scouts on either side, with a rope wrapped around it, and they're kind of doing the old rope pull back and forth to twist it. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now we're heading into the part of this division that the kids enjoy too. That's all the fire trucks from Proctorville, Hamilton Township, Coal Grove, Flatwoods, Rome, Decatur, Perry, Greene, South Point, Fayette, Windsor, Lawrence, Worthington, Upper Township, Elizabeth Township, Ade, Russell, and all the other fire vehicles participating in the 155th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade. Honored Service, the theme this year. We also have some folks to thank in terms of the amateur radio operators who handle the communications.
They have been with us through every parade that I know that I've been involved with, and probably before that. Amateur radio has been great, and since we have these fire trucks, and at any moment, of course, if they would get a call, then it is amateur radio who, of course, signals for the out of the parade,
right,
and gets them out and gets them to where they need to be.
Yeah.
And of course, security purposes and such as keeping people back, and they just do a great job. Keith Brooks and Mike Love are a couple of those folks, along with James Rowe, A.J. Pearson, also Tim Nicely, Jerry Lockhart, and Jim Curley. These are just some of the folks who are helping us out today. Also Don Kemper, Joe Thompson.
James Renault.
Yep. Dave Bruce is there. Barbara Crockey. Nathan Thompson. Jerry Huffman. Ed Jenkins.
Fay
and
Rowe.
Fay Rowe.
Yeah.
So, and again, a big thank you, by the way, not only Dave Lucas Communications, of course, putting our parade together today, but we're also picking up an extra feed, we understand, from the Greenup Beacon. And Hank Bond. Hank has been a true friend of ours for many years, and we appreciate his efforts of mirroring or imaging, if you will, the parade on on his link
And
today.
from David Lucas Communication, we want to thank our friend Philip, who does a fine job in terms of our producer, our executive producer.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
I tried, the way that our seating is set up, he's directly right behind me. I tried to see if we could get back massages during the broadcast.
Yeah, you did. I told him that's going to be in our union negotiations for our contract next year.
Work that out for next year. Yeah. I noticed he turned me down flat quick.
Yeah. But you know what? He's patriotic in the way he's dressed today, so it looks good.
That's right.
Before I moved to the faculty at Marshall, I was a faculty union rep at Shawnee State, so I'll make sure we get that in the next contract.
There you go. Appreciate that. And also, we have to give a shout out, JB, to our Kindred Communication family stations. Got it shared along the station's Facebook pages today too. So
excellent. Hey, and I don't know if you heard, speaking of the Kindred family of stations, did you hear they just recently won an award?
Yeah, J.B. Miller won an award.
I saw.
I haven't seen anything or heard anything.
Yeah,
but that's what they keep
telling me. That's outstanding.
But guess what? That award, I just got notification on Friday. It's ready for me to pick it up, so I'll have it for you next week.
And I was also glad to see that the Kirtners are keeping this company local.
Yeah, that's right.
I was certainly glad to see that.
So we can do things like this, which is awesome.
Kind of hard to do things like this when you're not local, isn't it?
Yep.
I appreciate all that Mike and Jason Yu and Bill Cornwell and others have done for our students at Marshall in terms of internship opportunities. Reese Shamblin's one of my students, and I think he's doing an internship there right now. And all the support for nonprofit efforts, too, that have gone on over the years in terms of helping us promote various causes. Ronald McDonald House and a lot of others.
Empty bowls and all that. So, yeah, definitely.
By the way, would it be rude during the broadcast to eat 4? Would anybody mind as the fire trucks are rolling through? I thought it might be a good time for a Smartie or two.
My daughter is 18 and she just graduated from high school, Cian, and yet one of the things she said to me last night, are you going to bring candy home? So, well, honey, I would, but Uncle JB ate it all. So.
That's all right. Mine just graduated college, and I brought her with me today so she can get the candy.
Yeah.
And my daughter decided to go to Myrtle Beach on the worst week of weather in history.
Oh, no. It's been raining every day.
Rain every day and double red flags at the beach, meaning don't
We had
get
a question about the number of divisions. There are 10 divisions in the parade. And we're still in the third.
10 divisions and 199 fire trucks.
And how many entries did you say? 200?
217,
I think so, something like that, yeah. Yep. A lot of folks watching from Florida today. Virginia.
And we got to keep the tradition alive in the mention of the Alfreys. We see Carol and also Leon are watching us today from Ironton, as a matter of fact. So
South Carolina. Oak Hill, Ohio. Cleveland. Maryville, Tennessee.
You know, as you look down the list of what we got, and we see the endless line here of all the fire trucks, and the thing that I love about our community that we have here is all of these townships, all of these volunteer fire departments that help take care of us, protect us. You know, we obviously talk a lot about the military, but first responders, this is the heart and soul of those first responders. So we're thankful for what they do. They volunteer to take care of us, and we thank them. And you know, that's the great thing about it, and having a community parade like this is these guys and girls here on all these fire trucks, EMS trucks, everybody, they're all a major part of keeping our communities the way we have things going, and it's just good to have them here.
They serve because they care.
Yep. And truly, this is a passion for all of them because it's a family thing. You go back and you look at some of these volunteer fire departments and these township departments and, you know, fire departments across the bridge in Kentucky and down the road in West Virginia too, and they all come out here, but they're all, I guarantee, they're family from, you know, 4 generations through that are doing it.
We have some viewers from Wilmington, North Carolina.
How's the weather?
Hillsboro. Wilmington's such a beautiful area.
Yes.
Clara McMahon watching today. Hi, Clara. Clara McMahon Morgan, I should say. Clara, I think 1974 graduate.
Here's the double bubble.
In that
you better grab you some. Hold your hand out. Hold that big hand out there.
You rock. Thank you.
Apparently, you were not able to put the press release out that all candy throwers need to stop here.
They need to stop here. We should have done that.
We'd have done that press release.
Should have done an extra tweet or two.
You know, as they came through, you know, I noticed we're just flat being, ignored at times.
Oh, we have your brother watching from Oregon.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to Oregon. I'll be out there this week.
Is that right? You're going
Flying
to
out
Oregon?
Thursday. Yes.
Where?
Going to Portland.
Oh, you're going to Portland?
I got a race to do out there.
How about that? Well, maybe you could stop at Bob's house.
Will you have dinner ready?
Yeah. Actually, he does not live in Portland. He lives in Astoria.
Oh, okay.
Where the Goonie movie was made.
Yeah.
And Kindergarten Cop. And probably other movies that I'm not aware of. And somebody just bought the Goonie house.
Did they really?
Yeah, yeah. The woman that owned it was getting tired of being woken up during the night looking for the Goonies.
Probably like the Christmas Story house up in Cleveland, right?
Pretty much.
What about the newly remodeled Brady Bunch house?
Yeah, I saw that.
$5.5 million.
Yeah, paid $3.5 and wanting $5.5 for it.
Yeah.
That would have been a good investment for you, Terry.
Oh, sure.
All of these jobs you've had and everything over the years,
yeah,
obviously you've saved your money.
I saw somebody say they were thinking about opening that up where people could actually, stay there, on vacation or whatever. But I guess the zoning prohibits that, so they can't do that.
Can't get that tax write-off.
That would be cool to say that you.
Yeah. This is where Marcia got her nose broken, right?
Yeah. And you could hire people like a guy named Sam the butcher.
Yeah.
And he could fix your dinner.
Yeah, Marcia. Mom always said, don't play ball in the house.
That's true.
Oh, shoot.
I got a feeling it's going to get rather loud here in the next few minutes.
It is going to get loud.
Well, I can tell you that we are getting to the end of the fire trucks. Look on down the road.
I truly didn't think that was ever going to happen.
Yeah, they kept coming around that corner.
She'll be coming around the mountain.
We want to thank the Lawrence Souda County Waste District, the Loyal Order of Moose Lodge 701, Mark McCown, there's J.B. Miller, Mike Patterson, the Lawrence County Clerk.
J.B., they're pointing at you over here.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
PDI.
The way he was pointing at you like you did something wrong.
Yeah.
That's from Parade of years ago. That guy never forgets anything.
Yeah.
That's
very true.
That's that guy. That's the guy.
That might have been one of your teachers in school. He was ready to pull out the paddle.
Was that the band director?
That was the band director.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chad Pemberton. We want to thank Brenton Lou Piles, Rax to Riches, Dean Robinson, some other folks we want to thank.
Yeah, we want to thank the Sims Valley veterans, also third and center group. We want to thank this guy right here, Jason Toy.
Yeah. Shearer Mountain Insurance.
Unger Shoes. Joe just rode by on a bicycle a while ago. Obviously can't have the shoe store open today.
SOARA Radio.
I could have gotten fitted for a new pair of shoes while we were broadcasting.
Yeah. I highly recommend the Hokas. Get you a pair of Hokas. United States Naval Reserve, VFW Post 8850, Uvalde K School of Dance, Walden Insurance, and Woodland Cemetery, many others, as they say, too numerous to mention, but those are some of the folks integral in the parade this year.
I think we're getting towards the end of this division, aren't we? Looks like we got the fourth division coming up.
I believe you're right.
Yes, we do.
All right, time to take a break. Wrapping up the division of emergency vehicles. And heading into the fourth division. That's the fourth of 10 that you'll be seeing today, along with Jason Toy and Terry Habney. I'm J.B. Miller, and it's a pleasure to have you with us wherever you are today, across the country, across the world, as we broadcast the 155th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade in its entirety. And by the way, playbacks anytime once the broadcast is finished. If you want to go back and and watch certain parts, you certainly can. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
All right, the Nurse Honor Guard of the River Cities.
Yep, this is your Cameron Donahue, your division commander, your 4th Division underway in downtown Ironton, Ohio.
We want to make mention that we have some organizations that are in the parade that have submitted information for us to share with you as the viewers, and we have many, many more who did not submit anything in terms of information. So if we have a little bit of a lull in the parade in terms of content to share, that's the reason why. We encourage these organizations to share, but not all of them do.
Well said.
We're going to take a moment and hear from the South Point High School Band of Gold from South Point, Ohio. South Point High School Marching Band, South Point High School Cheerleaders.
I think for the first time in all of the parades that we've done, our friends at the Shakery, of course, on Liberty Avenue, who also own a restaurant here called the Iron Diner. And the Iron Diner has been open today through the parade. So folks have been able to get their coffees and their snacks. Robbie does a great job. Robbie, of course, the owner of the Iron Diner, is also a part of the Be Hope Church, right across the street next to the Rone.
The Wallace Family Funeral Home.
What's your name?
Part of the parade this year. Holiday Hair.
Hey, hang on. So, we talk all about the folks that we have watching us all across the country and around the world. Martha here wants to say hello to her daughter who's watching.
Hey, Penny, having a good time. Love you.
There you go. All right, there you go. Martha wanted to say hi to her daughter who's watching us from Florida today, so thank you very much.
And Martha's all decked out.
Yeah, she's got it. Love the hat.
Maybe we should start that. Every division we'll have somebody say hi to their friends.
That would be a nice tradition to start. Yeah. We'll be doing that 25 years from now,
We have to start training our kids to take over this, don't we?
That's right. Yeah, I got awfully tired when I said that after I said 25 years from now.
I tell you how you've been doing it for a long time is when I first started doing it, we did it from a flatbed truck. My daughter,
it was over on 3rd.
Yep, and my daughter would come with me, and my daughter would sit under the flatbed and watch the parade.
Yeah.
And my daughter is now within 8 weeks of having my first grandchild.
What?
So.
Yeah, wasn't it close to Long John Silver's and the gas station along through there? Because you could see every year you could see the gas prices going up.
Yep, and
of course, they were nothing
that was
compared
the
to
original spot because that was where the cable company was.
Is this the first we have a snake in the parade?
Oh, well, I think so.
You're going to wear that around your neck?
No.
The Barker Farm, Animals and Vehicles. Lawrence County Developmental Disabilities Organization in the parade.
Yeah, that snake can just keep on walking by. That's okay.
You might say he just slithered on.
Slithered by. That's all right.
Very colorful snake. Yep. Honored service.
This would have been that would have been a perfect time for you to broke into Tom T. Hall's version of Sneaky Snake.
Yep. Wiggling and a hissing. He laughs too much, doesn't he? Sneaky Snake laughs too much. Yep.
The Rock Hill National Little League making their way across.
They have 9 vehicles in the parade. Nine vehicles.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
You know, we're getting lots of candy, but I haven't seen any dinners come out from the Iron Diner since I mentioned it. Yeah, we got a restaurant right here.
We used to get a burger every year.
Yeah, we get a burger. Yeah, it wasn't very good. It looked like that maybe they made it about 6 in the morning.
We had to try to eat it.
Yeah.
In between announcing.
Yeah, that was very difficult.
Yeah.
Try eating a burger while broadcasting a parade.
Think about the 155 years of this parade and all of the people who participated in it over all those years, all the people who watched it from the sides, and then, you know, we've been doing the broadcast for 25 years, but it was going on before we participated in it in that way too. So all the folks who've been a part of this to keep this tradition going, even during the pandemic here, the parade continued, which keeps the record of this being the longest running Memorial Day parade in the nation.
That was obviously 3 years ago, and that was, if you remember, guys, we did it from our kitchen tables.
Did it virtually?
We did, yeah. Did a virtual parade from our kitchen, and
but we kept the tradition going.
And I think it was only 3 divisions. I think it was a very quick parade.
But it went on nonetheless.
But it went on.
Yeah, it sure did. But all of this, you know, to remember, you know, if you get down to the root of this is a very solemn event. I mean, we're happy and we're having a great time, but it's a solemn event because we're remembering those men and women, all those military personnel who never came home.
Sure.
Because they were serving our country. And so that we could grill out later on today.
And by the way, it looks like
freedom.
Grilling weather is getting there because, as you can see, our skies are beginning to turn blue.
Yep. King's Daughters Medical Center, honoring sacrifice for freedom. United we stand, together we serve.
I always enjoy it when on the other side thing on the parade. It's always great is I could work on my candy catching skills.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Here, I'm going to open this up here so you can go ahead and fill this up. Get for Sienna. I mean, listen to it. She's serious about her candy. So.
All right.
You don't need that anyway. I don't need it. I don't want to have to go to the dentist.
Well,
I give them enough money.
I was going to refrain from eating the candy because I thought I was getting that dinner from the Iron Diner. But, you know, it didn't work out. They're probably in there making it right now.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe they're watching the stream and they'll catch the hint that you're hungry.
Do you need some bracelets?
Oh, wow.
And some stickers. I think one would have been plenty.
Big thanks to the folks at King's Daughters that are a big part of the parade every year. We thank them and always bringing out all the vehicles.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina, watching Oklahoma City.
You would think after all these years of my wife working at King's Daughters that they would allow her to drive the truck one year. Never happened.
The Pine Grove Free Will Baptist Church just left the screen.
Got some pollen going on out here. Or exhaust, one or the other.
And the Tigers, cheerleaders, decked out in their orange and black.
Hey, JB, your favorite vehicles come in, the Texas Roadhouse vehicle. Wonder if they got some rolls for you this year.
Here's Casey Boyer, Miss Coral.
Would be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd
be awesome. At least a bag of peanuts.
Yeah, that was great last year.
I was thinking more along the lines of a ribeye steak. But
yeah.
You got Miss Twirl Queen 2023.
And I've got to believe, I'm just guessing here because it hasn't come upon us. I'm
Nora
guessing the
Claire.
driver is Ish.
It probably will be Ish. Yep, I think it is.
And Miss Twirl 2023.
Riley
Patrick.
Ish never gets a day off.
Casey Boyer, the 9-year-old, also the runner-up, and Nora Taylor in there too. Senior Miss Twirl. You talked about Riley Patrick.
Do you remember back in the 90s? You purged a bunch from your CD collection and gave it to the guy with the Roadhouse?
Peanuts.
You remember that? Yeah.
One more.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, good catch. Good catch. You remember when you purged your CD collection and gave it to the guy at the Roadhouse and he put it along the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to roll that? There it is. That's what he's been looking for.
Yeah. First Baptist
I know she wants one.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's good.
Look at that.
What are you going to wash that down with? I have some hand sanitizer.
Jason, come back to me in a few minutes.
Yeah. We're going to hear him choke here in a moment. I hope you all know how to do the Heimlich. So,
You know, it's that you ask and ye shall receive, right?
Yep.
I'm done for
Hey, the good Lord blessed you just now. So
He's devouring this.
now
this
we don't
roll.
have to listen to him. It's hunger
I know.
problems now. So.
Now we're going to have to hear. I'm thirsty. Right?
Hey, Philip, you better watch your drinks.
He may steal them. Oh, jeez. Hey, you get everything here at the Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade.
Thank you for your honored service.
Yeah. You were happy with the peanuts, but when she came with those rolls, you lit up like a kid on Christmas.
He sure did.
I mean, wow.
I've never seen him that happy, to be honest with you.
That was better than the El Hasa Shrine underwear.
Oh, yeah. That's very true. Here's the Civic Award winner, Jason.
That's right. The Civic Award winner making its way through. People's Bank, thanks to them. Remember and honor the Civic Award.
155th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade, the theme Honored Service. We have Battle Creek, Michigan watching.
Thank you. Don't eat all the candy. I see you.
And yes, the Ironton Tigerettes did a great job. Sarasota, Florida. Mansfield, Georgia watching. All over.
By the way, I did just complete the roll.
Did you?
I have eaten it all.
There you go. Congratulations.
So if they happen to come back through, let me know.
I'm just surprised he's not complaining about not having any cinnamon butter to put on it, you know. But
well, I was going to mention that.
It's great to see all these smiling faces, young and old, in downtown Ironton. They threw a bunch of candy out, and these ladies sitting over here to our right, they dove for that candy just now.
Really?
They did.
My goodness, they love it to break a hip.
Oh, shoot.
I wonder what they did when the rolls went by.
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
They're diving for the
at
candy,
time.
but what happened when the rolls went
Here's
by?
the Royersville Missionary Baptist Church. That's a really nice cross and Holy Bible.
Tell you what, they planned this out. They've got the hooks set up with the bags for everything to hand out. And they actually have one young lady up in the truck back there that continues to restock them. So they'll be good to go.
Are they passing out or selling books?
Well, they're handing them out.
Oh.
Yeah, handing out books.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's great. I hear taps.
Yep. They're wearing their taps as they walked away down.
Yep. Reminds me of Shirley Temple.
The Ironton 9 and 10-year-old girls softball making their way through. There's the flyover.
All right.
That's good to see. Well, F-15, F-16, was it?
I'm expecting a little late this year because of weather conditions.
Yeah.
Would be my assumption.
Yeah, the Guyan River Cloggers, part of the parade. First Baptist Church of Chesapeake.
The Solid Baptist Church making their way through. See them handing out with their 200 years on their shirts.
None of them look that old.
Like I said, that's the great thing about this. You have the the whole group, whole church, all coming out here and supporting this. This is a whole family thing. This is what's great. Our good friends from Clark's Pump and Shops. Chris Sturgill driving the vehicle today. John Clark Oil family.
That's a neat vehicle.
Yeah.
Making JB hungry again. Jack's Deli.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Something's coming.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. And of course, you know, the old return, refresh, and refuel.
Yeah.
Clark's Pump and Shops.
Thank you.
Waterloo Chapter Order of Eastern Star, number 447 float. We also see in the camera shot the LCDD Open Door School. Together we make a difference.
These are the painted. This was a contest.
Yeah.
And they paint the scoops of the trucks.
That's very nice.
That's awesome.
Rock Hill right after that.
Hats off to the guys and girls that drive these trucks every winter for us to help us get around.
They do a fine job.
They do
really
a fantastic job. The Ohio Department of Transportation, ODOT.
You know, since we won that award at Kindred Communications, you could have, maybe you could get some paint. Maybe you could paint one of the scoops on the Department of Highways truck.
Put your face on it.
I don't know if your face is big enough to put on. It's maybe too big to put on there, JB.
Oh, here's JB's favorite part of the parade, the El Hasa Shrine group.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate this year, though, that not only have I gotten older, and you know, my ankles are a little, you know, not what they used to be. I can't climb over this.
So note to self: next time we need to put some steps here for you.
There'll be no underwear wearing or anything like that this year.
All right, Division 5.
We're going to take a quick break.
We'll be right back.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places.
Look at
And
JL.
when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved today at rotary.org/action.
5th Division, we are underway. Chad and Kim Pemberton, Division Commanders.
And the El Hasa Shrine Color Guard, the Shriner Hospital Vans. I have to take just a moment before we get to the Shriner Band and talk a little bit about Shriners. Our daughter, we adopted from China when she was 2, Cian, was born cleft lip, cleft palate. She's had 4 surgeries prior to the most recent one, the 5th one. Last 2 she's had have both been at Shriners of Ohio, which is located in Dayton. And her surgeon from Cincinnati Children's moved there, so we were able to follow him there. I cannot say enough about what the Shriners do for families of children who have health issues that they have faced in life, and how much help they are, and all the fundraising they do, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful organization. I honestly cannot say enough and cannot say thank you enough about how great that organization is. There's the hospital transport in your shot. But they touch lives all over the place. And we're certainly thankful for that.
All across the country.
All across the country. Yeah, when we were there at the hospital, we were ready to pay for our food. We found out the El Hasa Shrine in Ashland had actually paid for our lunch.
Is that right?
Yeah, I thought that was very nice.
Well, and the other part of the highlight, one year I want to see JB out here walking the parade route with these guys.
He needs to do an apprenticeship under this guy, don't you think?
And the man leading it is our buddy JL Mix.
Yep.
We're going to grab JL here in a minute.
The Oriental Band.
You don't think he's starting sweating yet, do you?
I don't think he's starting to sweat this year. So come on up here, JL. What's happening, JL? You look good.
Hey, how are you, buddy? We're just happy to be here at the Iron Memorial Day Parade. Ready to rock it out.
I'll tell you what, you couldn't ask for better weather, could you?
You could not. It's a wonderful day, wonderful people. We love this county.
We got a good movement there. Keep it going, JL. JL Mick, one of the guys that leads it here for the El Hasa Shrine Temple.
If you kept him much longer, he was going to have to run like mad. And of course, as their banner in memory of past potentate Mike Dalton.
Yep.
Mike, a good friend of mine and my family for many, many years.
Even the
always a treat to get to see Mike during the parade.
Even the driver of the El Hasa Oriental Band van is playing an instrument.
Wow,
so.
That's great.
Oh, you could, here we go. JB's going to join in.
There you go. He finally has his instrument.
Yeah, here's your instrument.
So, hey, so if you play this, you can actually say you play an instrument in the Ironton Memorial Day Parade.
Have them bring the band director back through so he can see this.
So, is that the first instrument you played in the parade?
Not soon. Oh, shoot. Somebody's got to tune that thing up.
Yeah, this is a fun part, too, the hillbilly cars and trucks.
Well, we seem to get wet every time they come by, though.
That's true.
Yeah. And I think all of these vehicles are stored near where I live, near my home. I don't know why they don't come up to the house and say, hey, you want to borrow one for the weekend?
I'd love to try to drive one of these. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We need to also do a hats off in memory of Phil Alfrey, because every parade we've ever done, we've mentioned Phil Alfrey.
You're exactly right.
Your former neighbor and a fellow I went to church with for many years.
Yep.
We always talked about him during, you wanted to see him riding one of these in the middle of South 10th Street, remember?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I did.
Good guy.
Gotta like it. That's awesome. Those little trucks are cool. I love this one. The first one coming through is the old tow truck.
That is awesome.
That is pretty cool. The old hand crank tow truck.
We have a viewer from Spokane, Washington, Atlanta, Georgia, watching from Tennessee, Lexington, Kentucky.
Looking good, looking good.
They must not. Well,
make you seasick.
Yeah, I haven't seen the oversized panties yet. I wonder if they laundered them this year. Remember?
Well, possibility. Yeah. Sooner or later.
Yeah. That fellow looked like a totally white-headed Willie Nelson.
I was thinking of another actor, but I can't think who it is. Denver Pyle, maybe?
Yeah, that's true. I thought that too. Yep.
I was like, hey, Denver Pyle's in the parade.
Briscoe Darling and Uncle Jesse.
Yeah,
Uncle Jesse.
In loving memory of our friend and brother, Mike Dalton. Watching from Asheville, North Carolina, Lake Norman, North Carolina. Folks here locally watching from Raceland and Coal Grove.
Folks in Lake Norman getting ready to go racing today. The Coke 600 rained out yesterday. Be running later on this afternoon.
Have they had a lot, since NASCAR had a lot of rain out this year?
Yeah, I've had a couple of them this year. We've had a couple Mondays, but not too bad.
So next week is the races in Oregon, huh?
Well, the Xfinity Series will be in Oregon. The Cup Series and Truck Series will be at Gateway at St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
San Antonio, Texas watching. You need a hat like that, JB. You look nice in that hat right there.
Better hide your electronic equipment. I see water coming.
Uh-oh. I hear a little banjo playing.
I like the outhouse trike that's out here.
Oh yeah. Well, that comes in handy during a long parade.
It does. I won't say what the name of it says on the bottom.
We'd have to bleep it out.
Well, not necessarily. Just maybe smelly taste, to put it that way.
Stanley Stretch, Gas Company and Barbershop.
With all of these vehicles, who's in charge of keeping them running?
That's true. That's a good question. And where do they house these?
There's a lot of vehicles.
Where do they put these?
I believe they're kept at the temple. I believe.
Oh.
And of course, one of these vehicles just going by has a license plate on the front that says, "Don't laugh, 2 more payments and it's mine."
That reminds me of One More Payment by Clint Black.
There you go.
Yep.
Hey guys, how are you?
So the Shriners have a fleet. They have a fleet of fine automobiles. I think of the Beverly Hillbillies when I see these vehicles.
And these guys and girls love it, to tell you what.
We're all the law enforcement. All the law enforcement cars when we need them. This is reckless driving, don't you think? So.
But like you said, Terry, the Shriners, they do so much, and these guys and girls and a lot of ladies involved with it too. But to do this, to get out, spread the word, raise funds. This is what it's all about for them.
It is.
You know, this is awesome.
The kids love it. And as we put a cap on the 5th division, we're going to hear a word from our sponsor.
For over 100 years, Rotary members have taken action when challenges rise. We know what people can do when they come together and put others before themselves.
The team lead said they will continue the campaign to fight against the coronavirus.
Local Rotary clubs deliver food and supplies to people in need.
Strangers become friends, helping hands multiply, and problems turn into solutions. We are Rotary. We are people of action. Learn more at rotary.org/action.
There they are. Looks like a new pair too. They finally purchased a new pair. We're in the 6th division. Ella and Greg Jones, the division commanders, and we kick it off with the Sims Valley High School marching band. We'll hear from them now. Sims Valley High School marching band in the 155th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade. Followed by the Sims Valley Vikings cheerleaders. And we're moving into a tradition in the parade, the Yvonne DeKay School of Dance. They have approximately 75 students and adult helpers just to participate in the parade. 2 trucks, one for music, one for little ones who are too slow. They have 1 golf cart. They have, now this is a quote, "For old Yvonne, bad knees to ride in," unquote.
Yeah. We all get there eventually.
We do.
Yeah.
We absolutely do. But the fact that she showed up and is participating, that's a great thing.
58 years for Yvonne DeKay.
My goodness. Thousands of young aspiring children and adults teaching them the art of dance, baton twirling, tumbling, acting, and modeling. Yvonne has personally participated in the parade for 60 years. Can you believe that? Wow. Wonder what the record is. Yvonne says she's thankful to live and work in a community that respects the military veterans and all those who labor to build a healthy environment for the future of our youth. Yvonne DeKay School of Dance.
You're not going to believe this. That is exactly how I got out of bed this morning.
Dancing and twirling.
The moment you got up,
yeah.
feet hit the floor.
Unbelievable. As soon as my feet hit the floor, I did that exact dance.
Is that the song that plays on your phone?
Yeah.
To wake you up?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the missus, don't you, Jason?
When the alarm went off, there I went.
Feel sorry for the missus, but you got to watch out for the cat. The cat probably has to get out of the way.
That's true.
Those big old feet coming its way.
Yeah. And then I danced into the kitchen looking for rolls. There weren't any. And then I came here, and it was unbelievable.
I'm just glad he didn't fall down like Bruce Springsteen. That'd be hard for your wife to get you up on the floor.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, we have viewers today from Denmark, but that's Denmark, Wisconsin.
Ah.
All right. You had no idea, did you?
A lot of folks from Florida.
Denmark, Wisconsin. Never been.
Now that is a neat vehicle. I really like that.
Well, that is a Polaris.
All decked out in old glory.
We got our friends from SAZ here with us. And Tony, you brought the whole crew, didn't you?
Get the future stars at WSAZ. These are the guys making this right now. Lisa and Joseph and Shannon.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? Welcome.
First ever for her.
First ever Ironton Memorial Day Parade.
Welcome to it. And Shannon, this is home. This is home, right?
This is home for me, and it's home for JP, and it's soon to be home for Lisa, too. Listen, she's from the river in Ashland, right? So you just got to get her over the bridge. Just got to get her over the bridge in Ironton.
Well, we got folks all around the world watching us right now, so say hello to everybody there.
Last time I missed an Ironton parade, it was the 20th century.
See you guys. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in. WSAZ folks here, and as always, great to have him and Tony leading the group.
And listen, it's the Storm Chaser van. You might want to chase it.
You forgot to thank you for the great weather.
Oh, well, yeah. I usually do that every year, don't I? I completely forgot. Hey, Tony, thank you. Well, it's pretty cool for Shannon, you know, making that transition over there to SAZ. And he's an Ironton kid, you know, and I say kid, but you know what I mean. This is pretty special for him to be able to do this.
Joseph Payton is Ironton as well.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Honored service, the theme of the 155th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade. Engineered profiles.
Our friends from Walk FM making their way through.
That's a pretty dog. Abbott Home Care, Southern Ohio Tanks football team participants in the parade. Community action. A community action float.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
One of these days, you'll wear that outfit, JB. We've seen you in Superman. We need you to see you in Spider-Man.
I tell you what, I'll put that on the list.
Will you put it this way? When we start getting towards the holiday season, we get the Christmas parades. Will you ride in the parade? If we built you a float, would you wear that in the Christmas
with
parade?
the award? With that award?
Well, you can hold the award up. There you go. Yeah. And we'll get a banner made for the front. Actually, you know what? We'll get one of the snow plows and we'll paint it up.
Just saw the Lawrence County Copperheads 4-H Club. The club is 24 years old. They have 4 advisors. Members are taking as their projects rabbits, chickens, beekeeping, costume design, art, woodworking, fancy chickens. They have made Valentines for the nursing homes, blankets for cancer patients, and help serve breakfast at Central Park for the homeless. So the Lawrence County Copperheads 4-H doing some great work in our community.
I'll have to admit, I've never heard that one.
That's a first.
Parade.
That is a first. We've only heard Lee Greenwood once. It's normally multiple times, but
and
we've heard CCR and a lot of other classic rock tunes. Marcos of Ironton just passed by.
I tell you what, that got my foot to tapping.
Oh, yeah. Toe tapper.
Yeah.
Rock Hill T-ball.
If I just had some Craycraft's chicken, we'd be ready to go.
We would be. But then our feet would hurt the next day. We wouldn't be able to get out of bed and come to work after marching in the parade. We're talking about an old friend that
who always took the day after the parade
took the day
off.
after the parade off because his feet hurt.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yep.
It was an automatic. You knew he wasn't coming.
The Convention of States.
Sergeant David Brown Sr.,
Yeah.
Kyle Henderson, the Girl Scouts of Kentucky, Wilderness Road Council Troop 5198.
I guess today, with the weather today, you can get by wearing the costumes like they're doing here in the Convention of States float. Wearing the wig.
Probably need to get the wig cleaned after the parade. Though.
How much powder do they put on those these days? Wouldn't you love to see our legislators on Capitol Hill wearing those?
We're at the old ways. Yeah, let's go.
In some cases, you'd want to pull it off and stuff it in their mouth, you know, regardless of party.
I just want one time in a legislative session to have a whole group go, rump for rump for rump.
U.S. Navy, H. Franklin Lilly Jr., Sherry M. Lilly, honored service.
Ohio University Southern. The Bobcats here with us today.
With Terry Habney, I'm J.B. Miller, along with Jason Toy, and we're proud to be a part of today's 155th running of the Ironton Memorial Day Parade. For Terry and I, our 25th year.
25 years.
Of doing this broadcast.
The hair was much darker and the knees were much better.
You've got a year to, I know we take a picture each year before the broadcast. You've got a year to make a collage so that we can see just how much hair we've lost.
Going back to 1998.
Yeah, 1998.
Folks from Powell's Day Centers.
Buff City Soap walking.
In your pictures now, you see a bunch of puppy dogs. Sierra's Haven for new and used pets.
What a great organization that is. It really is. Down in Sauter County.
Used pets. Get marked down, right?
They do a lot of great work there at 80 Easter Drive in Portsmouth. Sierra's Haven for new and used pets, an animal rescue located in Portsmouth. They save and rescue hundreds of animals every year. Throughout this process, not only are the animals being helped, but the people are too. They provide a safe space for the animals to stay while in the process of finding their forever home. But they want to find the right people and match the right animals with them. So they encourage veterans to adopt an animal. Research shows that animal adoption not only benefits the animals, but the people and families adopting them as well. Lessening the symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, depression, emotional distress, and overall mental health. So they are recognizing honored service for veterans and their furry friends, Sierra's Haven.
Glad to have them a part of today's Ironton Memorial Day Parade, 155th Division, heading for Division number 7. 7 out of 10 today.
Tony Howard's the division commander. And after we hear from the Green High School, we'll hear a word from our sponsor, but the Green High School Marching Band now. All these bands today have sounded great. Great job to all of them, all the hard work they put into what they do.
Green, one of the smaller schools that we have in our region here, but still packing the band in.
And the band's followed by the Green High School cheerleaders.
As we roll into Division 7,
Let's take a quick time out, hear from our sponsors. We get ready to bring you the rest of the
we
Lawrence.
build schools out of abandoned buildings. Together, we bring food to hungry children in need. Together, we see solutions instead of problems. We are the 1.2 million members of Rotary, community leaders in your neighborhood and around the globe, brought together to do one thing: make more good happen. Connect with us at Rotary.org. Together, we are Rotary, and we are people of action.
Path Behavioral Health just passed by. And folks watching from Pomeroy.
This is what you call a break in the action.
We want to thank the folks at David Lucas Communication for all their hard work to stream the 155th parade. My goodness, 155 years. And David Lucas Communication has been carrying probably the last, 5 to 7 maybe?
Yeah. Remember in our early days of broadcast, we broadcasted on local cable television.
It did.
And to this day, there are those that ask, is it going to be on TV? But it's it's a electronic world now.
Everything moved to
digital.
Accessing through your pocket or on your tablet.
You realize if you're watching it on TV, you're watching it and then it's over. But if you're watching it from your smartphones, your devices, that you're able to rewind and forward and move about, stop, still, take pictures. The world that we live in.
And for us, we can go back and listen to it and go, I really said that? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
JB really ate a roll during
he ate a roll during the parade?
Texas Roadhouse roll. Big Pine Key, Florida.
Right in front of the camera. Don't go in front of the camera. Right in front of the camera. Go back around. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you go around.
There you go. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We might need to ask
you're all
Cindy to
good.
move that trash can next time, don't you think?
Yeah. There's a trash can right in front of the camera, and everybody is.
Looks like the birds have enjoyed the trash can too. Looks a little light there on top. Yep.
So either we had one break down or one pull out or what, but been a slow mover here on this part.
Yep.
There's a large enough section, I think, if you were to go out maybe and do like a
backhand
backhand spring or something like that, you could probably fill in.
You could show us from some football plays years back. You do that. I'll put JB out there and I'll film it all.
Well, remember he said he can't get over his knees are too old to get off the trailer.
Yeah.
So we have to get the lift out here for him to get him off of it.
So bring us up to date with our kindred family of radio stations. Jason Toy, of course, and myself, a part of Kindred Communications. We both can be heard on Big Buck Country 101.5.
Yeah. Then JB in the mornings, me in the afternoon. So JB takes you to work, I bring you home. So there we go.
There you go.
And Big John hangs with you during the lunch hour.
Yeah.
And this, I believe, is the Tea Party Treats and Sweets.
Yep.
JB just needs a cup of tea to wash down the Texas Roadhouse roll. I mean,
I don't think, JB, we want to see you in the Shriners underwear anymore. We want to see you in one of these.
I think that would be a good.
You know the old saying, been there, done that?
Yeah.
So I'm feeling like it was time to move on to the roll this year. Who knows what next year could bring? You know, every year, it needs to be,
CB Bears.
I believe next year I'd like to drive the El Hasa truck.
Truck, okay. So you can spray everybody, right?
I tell you, it smells like homemade chicken, doesn't it?
It does.
The wind's carrying that through the crowd. That's a great marketing tool when the wind goes your way. When you're fixing chicken here in one of the restaurants.
I bet it's the Iron Diner getting ready to fix
I bet it
dinner.
is. There's the active day.
Never mind.
The bus. In memory of Terry Leap, who was a sergeant. NECO Foster Care.
That is one organization that has been very, very busy here the last couple of years, and
trying to do some good things and help out kids.
Honored service.
Tell you what a treat it is for me, as I know that there are so many of you, as we're seeing in our broadcast today, so many of you who are from this area that have moved, of course, and I'm not far away. I'm 15 miles away, 10 miles away, but getting an opportunity, we talk about it not only being, of course, a parade and what it's all about, of course, for our veterans and those that served, but it's also like a big Ironton family reunion.
It is a big homecoming.
And getting a chance to see folks that you haven't seen in quite some time.
Just saw the folks from Jeffersonville Missionary Baptist Church.
Yep.
Pretty awesome.
And Bramco Emergency Services making their way through. And closing out the division, the folks from the Southern Hope Recovery Center.
And as we head into the 8th division, we will hear a word from our sponsor.
For over 100 years, Rotary members have taken action when challenges arise. We know what people can do when they come together and put others before themselves.
The team lead said they will continue the campaign to fight against the coronavirus.
Local Rotary
Where
clubs
you
deliver
been?
food and supplies to
Are you
people in
coming?
need.
Are you coming out of the house?
Challenges become friends, helping hands multiply, and problems turn into solutions. We are Rotary.
Thank you.
We are people of action. Learn more at rotary.org/action.
And we're moving into the 8th division. Scott Evans, the division commander. And here we have the Scouts and Scoutmaster Dr. David Lucas, who's also executive producer of the stream.
Broadcast.
Hi, Dave.
And we'll grab a word
Good
with
to
him.
see you.
Come on over here, Dave. Come on,
We
got
do.
a great one going. A lot of folks around the world checking us out today, so it's a good thing.
Wonderful, wonderful day for a beautiful parade. The weather's perfect. There's not a lot of sun. No sunburns today.
You'll notice this as you go along the route here, and because you guys are still early on in the parade, I think it's a bigger crowd than what we had last year, and we had perfect weather last year.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be earlier this morning. I think they all kind of waited till the very last minute to see if it was going to rain or not. So we're very proud of you all. This is 155 years.
That's how long we've been doing it.
Well, you know, they'll never know.
Hey, and a first this year, I actually ate a roll while broadcasting. Yeah.
Well, it's just really wonderful, and I appreciate everybody, all you're doing. We want to remember those who have given their lives,
Sure.
those that we've
That's
lost
right.
out of our numbers. That's what Memorial Day is
That's
all
what it's
about.
about.
I want to thank everybody. Ask everybody to share this broadcast so everybody will know that Ironton has the longest continuously operating Memorial Day parade in the entire United States.
And now you're 2 blocks behind. Get moving.
There you go, Dave Lucas. And we're in the kilt.
Glow Girls Club, Miss Ohio first place Sophia Meddings, Lawrence County Recovery, and Regal Recovery are still to come here in the parade today. All participants, 155th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade.
By the way, once again, as you've been hearing, of course, into each division, we want to thank our sponsor, and that is the Rotary Club. I know you've been hearing their messages at the top of each division, but want to recognize the fact that they were the folks who came through, of course, and allowed this broadcast to take place.
We want to recognize the Dawson Bryan High School track and field girls, the Cold Grove Lady Hornets track team,
Yeah.
Kylie, Olivia, Laura, and Maddie, state qualifiers.
All right, Cold Grove.
Why don't you have one of them get off the truck
And race me?
and race them to the corner? Let's see what they're made out of.
See how far they can get?
Yeah.
You want to see if they can make it the whole route and race back here in time before we can wrap up the
I bet
broadcast?
they could. Yep. And right after Wise Medical, we have House of Grace, right place, right time.
Feel like we should be breaking into that song, Rico Suave.
Yeah, I was looking for it.
Yeah, I was too. Yeah. Apparently he sent them out and he stayed home.
He stayed back, that's right. But you know, his family is probably over there on the where all the houses are on the side of the route. So they have it right there. There's father-in-law's house is over there, so they're right on the parade route.
I bet you're right.
Honored service. Lawrence County Recovery. All the American flags that the city of Ironton have posted are beautiful as they float in the nice breeze that we have here in downtown Ironton.
Hey Terry, one other thing on the Boy Scouts, if I'm not mistaken, they come back through and help clean up everything,
They do.
right? Yeah.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they help carry banners, the division banners, and then they come back through and clean up all the. Of course, I imagine they might get some packaged candy out of it.
Yeah,
too,
they probably do.
Yeah.
And horse droppings.
Cold Grove Senior Queens, Homecoming Queen, Snow Queen, and Prom Queen. Jaden, Kennedy, and Sydney.
Oh, she got some wrestling going on.
Oh, wow. Didn't you wrestle a bear one time years ago?
I did.
I thought you did. Time Warp.
Time Warp. And that bear had a name, and I don't remember what it was, but it toured. This bear toured, and you could...
What do you want to see, JB?
That's perfect. There you go.
JB, what do you want?
Oh, gosh. Good grief.
There you go. That's what he wanted to see. There you go.
My guess is that's not in line with the rules. I would say.
Well, he asked what we wanted to see, and the other guy delivered. And what he didn't see on camera is they delivered it pretty good
I was
right
thinking
there.
we want to see action, but that wasn't not the action that I was looking for.
He's singing high pitch now. Just put it that way for folks that couldn't see.
I think of that Ray Stevens song, Blue Cyclone.
There you go.
Hey, Cyclone, remember me? I'm the guy you put to sleep. Only this time you can see I'm not alone. See those two big dudes over there? And the Cyclone said, over where? And I'll be son of a gun. They was gone. Oh, shoot. Amateur Radio Emergency Communications. Apostolic Revival. FTC Wrestling. And we're going to hear as we head into the 9th division. The 9th of 10 divisions from our sponsor. One more time.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved today at rotary.org/action.
Dave Bruce is the division commander for the 9th division. And in this division, we have the BB's Car Club. Alicia Beal, Frankie Chapman, Scott England participating, Jerry Dillon, Carl Large, Harless Towing, Danny Avens, and Cogan's Wrecker Service, among many others that are not listed.
Carl just drove by in the old fire truck, I think what he told me before, 1940s fire truck that he has restored that he uses, and they lead all the car shows. Matter of fact, over here at the Farmers Market where they do the big car show over there.
Is that a Mercury Cougar?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful. I remember the Ford Thunderbird was that big too at that time. Yeah.
It got great gas mileage too.
We have some folks watching from the Gulf of Mexico.
Huh.
I also saw Battle Creek, Michigan, and it makes me say the best of you each morning.
Oh, yeah.
That was home of Kellogg.
That's true. I actually caught a huge cobia while fishing in the Gulf of Mexico one time. We took it back to my cousin's, and he filleted it and fried it. It was too bony, and I took one bite, couldn't eat any more of it.
Yeah, I went fishing in, where was I? Somewhere. But I paid a lot of money. I want to say Alaska, maybe. We were on an Alaskan cruise. And we went fishing for salmon, and they guaranteed you to catch. So you stayed out until you caught one, and I caught one. And when they came back, they said, would you like us to freeze it, send it back to your house?
Yeah.
Well, not even thinking of how much that cost. I was like, sure, that's a good idea. I'd like to have that. Send that back to the house. It was like $300.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They take you 3 days to catch one?
Yeah, and then it stayed in the freezer for years, and then I finally thought, I better eat that, and then it wasn't any good.
We want to remind everybody, somebody just said, did I miss the Shriners? Well, you did, but you can go back and you can watch the recording of the live stream later on and see them again as many times as you want. So,
thank you, sir. Does that mean I get a free tow next time? All right. Appreciate that. Harmless Towing just came by, bought me a hat. I'm assuming for mentioning their name. Well, wait a minute. That didn't work for the Iron Diamond. So
well, you need to put it on.
Yeah. Bad chance that's going to happen.
Yeah, we're wrapping up the ninth division.
And look at all the candy that's left.
Oh, they're just starting. You got to remember that. They're just starting.
Oh, that's true.
They got a long way to go.
And let's hear from our sponsor one last time.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We are Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
And thanks to the Rotary Club for sponsoring the live stream.
Yeah, we want to thank our crew, of course, behind us.
David Lucas Communication.
Helping us out today as well.
I want to thank Hank Bond and the Green Up Beacon for also running the stream.
Yep.
Thank the Boy Scouts of America Troop 106 for the cleanup that's ahead. And we want to thank our friend Philip, who's our producer. As we are in the 10th division, the Dave Bruce
As he just got a
division commander division.
He just got a food delivery, so he's enjoying some food back here behind.
Very good. No kidding. He got food and I didn't. Well,
And,
no good at all.
the extent of our information for this division is all horse entries. So, all horse entries. There you have it. The 155th Ironton Lawrence County Memorial Day Parade honored service. Been a pleasure.
Has been a pleasure. Jason Toy, any final comments?
Just another great year. You know, God bless us today with some good weather. We, of course, a lot of rain yesterday. It didn't dampen things here today. Looking good, and proud to be a part of it once again. Just bring community and everybody together. We appreciate everybody tuning in all around the world and across the country. Thank you for having us on and checking it out. And obviously, we tell folks on the radio, too, don't forget the reason why we have this day today.
That's exactly right.
Very true. Very true.
And don't forget to share the parade video. Share it with all your friends and family on social media outlets. And it has been a great honor.
Born and raised in Lawrence County and an Ironton High School graduate, it has certainly been a pleasure over these years to have been into your homes and your smartphones and able to do this broadcast continuously. And we don't get any younger, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that we're back next year to join you for another great
the 26th
in Ironton. Have a great rest of the day, everybody. Happy Memorial Day, and remember those that serve.
That's right. God bless you.
Have a good afternoon.